What's going on, folks? Have you got a Honda 300 that's four-wheel drive and gutless? One of the newer years? Well, I'm going to show you how to make a cheap drive shaft. And it's going to be 2 and 4. It's going to work good. Now, what you got to do, first of all, I know it's extremely poor lighting, but you got to pull off a cover off the inside of that. Your cover is going to look like this. It's going to be 3 10mm bolts. Once you have that pulled off, you can get under your bike and you can take the 3 bolts off your front transmission. Your diff there, you got one up here. Actually, you got 3 up here. Because you have to take out, you have to loosen one, and then you have to take out the 2 bottom ones on the mounting bracket. I'm sorry you can't see, but it's extremely hard to get light down in there. And then there's one on top and one on the bottom. Once you pull that out, you can take the transmission, slide it ahead. That way you can pull your drive shaft out. Careful, because from the front differential, or whatever the hell you call it, there's going to be a lot of oil leaking out of there. You got to have the oil to put back in it. Once you get that all apart, then you're going to pull your drive shaft out. You're going to take your drive shaft, cut it in 2. You're going to take the side that goes into the front diff, and you're going to grind it down to make a square. And then you're going to take a piece of 3/4 inch square tubing, you're going to slide it over that, weld it on one end, and then you're going to make a few little grooves. Then you're going to weld it on one end, slide it over, and leave about 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch on the outside of the original shaft there. And you're going to take the other end and you're going to weld 2 nuts, or else a piece of hex pipe, or whatever you can find, and you're going to weld them centered on the end of the axle, and you're going to leave about 3/4 inch inside. Now what that allows is for this shaft to sit down inside there, and it can spin. And you're gonna have to put grease in it and all that kind of stuff. And anyway, so when that's spinning like that can spin nice and freely. And then you're gonna take a socket with a 3/4 inch drive, and you're gonna take this is a 1 1/16, and that's for this size nut. You could use any nut though. And this is gonna slide over here. Like that, and you got a little washer that's going to go between here and here, the 2 mating surfaces. Like that. And now what this does is it slides right into there. Boom. And then here you're in 4-wheel drive. And what I did is I ground down a little groove here, just a little bit, and then when you slide it back, there's your 2-wheel drive, and now there's a groove on the other side of that. Now what you do is you take one of these pins, which is I don't know what the hell you call these even, cotter pin? No, they're not a cotter pin, they're whatever. One of those pins, and you're going to take and bend it up so that it'll just slide, and you can push that over, and it'll slide right into that groove. And that'll hold you in 4-wheel drive, and then it'll hold you in 2-wheel drive, and this actually works pretty good. I've tried it. Now don't forget to put oil back into here.